You never seen nobody like this before. Do me, I do you, Mr. DJ on the replay.
Yeah. Look at the show, ladies and gentlemen. It's LACJ in the house right now. Live on a Sunday night, DejaVuFM.com. We are live right the way across the world. Welcome everybody to the Deja Vu FM site on Facebook. Live with the lovely Miss Poet, Miss Natural Wright. We're talking to her about all things black, what's going on in the world. Ask her about Brexit, how she feels that the conservative government are back in power. Talk about all kinds of stuff. Keep it right here with me, LACJ. Just do a little quick mix. We'll come back with the lovely Natural Wright.
From Africa, all the way to Kingston, Jamaica. You know I go do different. Dancing, man. Everybody was a dancing, man. Dancing, man. Everybody was a dancing, man. Dancing, God, I say. Big up to Boglo. Everybody know ding dong, yeah. Run this country.
Going through 102 fantastic sound in Afro beats there, and we are joined in the studio by the lovely Miss Natural Wright, poet,
model.
I was going to say
TV presenter extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire. How you doing, girl?
I'm very good, thank you.
Thank you. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Let me be the first one to say Merry Christmas to you in this Christmas season's greetings, I should say. We're not at Christmas. Oh, Happy Kwanzaa. All right.
Well,
you're not going to go into
whatever
that.
You celebrate.
All right, whatever you celebrate. I don't even know. But, I mean, that's another subject for us as well to talk about today. Welcome to the show once again, Deja Vu Studios. The lovely Miss Natural Wright. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I've got a bit of a husky voice today.
That's all right. You know, man.
I've been told it's sexy.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think
guys,
it's sexy?
Yeah, the guys like, you know.
I'm not sure. I'm not quite convinced, but hey,
yeah,
I'll work with it.
You know, when a woman sounds with a husky voice, it works. You know what I mean? It works for us. All right, so let me ask you a little bit about yourself. Tell me a little bit about Miss Natural Wright.
Oh, well, I am a poet.
Right.
I've started performing about 2 years ago.
Right.
But I've written for myself a long time. Kind of
Yeah.
internal therapy almost. And I stepped onto the stage in October 2017.
Right.
And since then, I don't know, doors just keep opening. And
So how did you, just let me jump in and say, how did you know that you could do poetry? How did you know, and explain your idea of poetry.
Poetry is just expression of it's everybody's experience and how you express it. It doesn't have to rhyme, it doesn't have to be anything. It's about sharing your thoughts and your feelings.
Yeah.
I started writing, I'm an English teacher for work.
Right.
And I was teaching a group of students how to analyse poems.
Right.
I thought, I could do this. And I went away and I wrote this poem. It's called Power of a Woman. And that was the first piece I wrote. And that was probably about
Power of a Woman.
Power of a Woman.
Okay.
Or magic powers.
All right, women with magic powers. Okay, cool. And I believe
Do it
women.
for you.
I believe women have got some magic.
We do have powers.
Yes, I know.
But it's kind of about the games that women play in a way, or the perception that men have of us.
Okay.
There's a lot of layers.
All right, a lot of layers. That's true.
Lot of
That's
layers.
true. Yeah. So doors open for you. Then what? You thought to yourself, wait a minute, I can do this.
Yeah. Do you know? Basically, I used to write and share with my friends and family,
Right.
and they always used to push me. Oh, you need to go and do open mics, and I was so petrified
Okay.
to stand up and share like that. And then my spin instructor, his name is Ryan Fuji.
Right.
He was having an event. He's actually a rapper. I didn't know at the time. And he said, I'm going to have an event. It's going to be open mic, poetry. And I was like, oh, it's going to be poetry. He's like, why? Do you do poetry? And I was like, well, I write poetry.
Okay.
But I've never performed.
Okay.
So he said, give me a piece, show me something. And I did a poem that I have called Impolite Notice, which is probably a bit too rude for this show.
Right.
I performed it for him and he was like, no, you have to come.
Okay.
So I agreed, but I didn't think he would actually follow
So
through.
is this impolite what?
Impolite Notice.
Is it got swear words?
Yes.
Now we are an internet radio station, so
that's what I said. Not this
no, we could do it. We could do it.
It's rude.
All right, so
you have to go online. You can find it on my YouTube.
Okay.
It's very rude, though.
It's rude.
Very, very rude. There is a message to it, though.
Okay, all right.
There is a message.
I think I might. You know what? Even though
are you sure?
It's just me. I think I might have seen you do a thing outdoors.
Yes, actually, that one went viral. Yeah.
Oh,
I was at my friend's birthday.
Yeah, that's right.
Was
I
like,
saw that.
Do some poetry. And I started doing it, and this poor man, he spat out his drink.
Yeah.
And then I think somebody shared it. She was not very annoyed. Hi, Debs.
Yeah.
She was like, she shared it, and it went viral.
Yeah.
I heard another one.
Well, I was one of the people that saw it.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was like somebody's party outside. So,
in the garden.
Yeah, I remember thinking, oh, okay, that was pretty cool. I laughed about it. You know what I mean? But it was a good poem.
Yeah,
I would love to hear it now, but
maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Another time.
But check it out. It's called Impolite Notice. If you go to my YouTube, Naturally Poetic. So that's natural, like natural hair. Then IE, so naturally _ poetic. Okay. And you can find Impolite Notice.
All right. So what we're going to do is throughout the show, we're going to let you do
little bits and pieces.
A few poems, and just let's showcase your skills. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? All right. So what part of London are you from?
I grew up in northwest London.
Right.
Well, actually, technically, I'm from Harrow, which is not technically northwest London, but
it's countryside.
Not the countryside. Okay, it's just outside, just next to Wembley. So yeah, I'm from Harrow, but that's where I grew up.
Okay. And you've been there all your life, obviously.
Yeah. So now, I moved to South. I met my ex, and I emigrated to South London.
Yeah.
South.
So you're a South girl. Okay.
No, I'm from northwest. I'm from Harrow, but I live in South.
Okay. So what do you as far as the poetry goes, have you done any stuff outside the UK? Have you?
Not yet.
So what is your ambition in the poetry game? Because in America it's big.
It's a massive. It's a massive
word. Yeah.
But I think for me, I wanted to elevate spoken word here in the UK.
Right.
We've got some amazing, powerful poets, beautiful minds,
right.
and the scene here is what's growing. So I want to push my poetry over here. I also want to step into music.
Oh, in what way?
So I want to poetry over music. So
okay,
poetry over a beat.
So do you? Oh, okay. I get it. You know, it's big in the US.
Yeah, very big.
Very big in the US. There's a lot of people that do that. I grew up in Los Angeles, so they do that quite a lot. You know what I mean? In lots of different clubs have this spoken word. They play music, spoken word. Some even people are rapping. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because rap is poetry.
Right.
It's the power of words. But I like house, so I think my stuff is going to be over nice.
Yeah.
Afro house beat.
Okay, so maybe if I can find you a nice, not too fast house beat.
Yeah, you could do something.
Yeah, and then we'll do it during the course of the show.
Maybe, yeah.
All right, so what we'll do is in about 5 minutes time,
I sign myself up now with my crusty voice.
So it's all right. So what we do is, let me see. Yeah, in about 5 minutes time, we'll do our first one.
All right, cool.
Okay, so I'll let this music play, and then so you can get yourself together.
All right.
And then we'll do a live poetry with no music underneath it for now.
Okay.
But then we will find a piece of music. I will find a piece of music for you. Okay?
Okay.
So there's not too much BPMs and you can do a bit of poetry. Yes?
Okay.
All right. Okay. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen, here on DejaVuFM.com with me, LACJ, right the way across the world. Big up to all the people who is watching us right now. Thank you very much for that. Wherever you might be across the world with the lovely Miss Natural Wright
That's me.
in the studio live right now. Janet Jackson instrumental, don't know what it's gone till it's gone right now. 8:42 in the house with me, of course, the lovely Natural Wright, the poet, and she's blessed us with her presence today. Natural Wright, I like that name. How did you make this name?
Okay, so my name is Natalie.
Yeah, all right.
But I've had locks since I was 8.
Right.
So I've always had natural hair.
Okay,
so the name Natural kind of developed itself, and then my last name's Wright.
Okay, so Natural Wright.
So
okay, and it works as well.
Natural Wright.
Natural.
And then when I started my professional page,
right,
I did a play on words, which is naturally. Right. So it's spelled natural, i.e.
Okay.
So naturally poetic.
Okay.
And I have a modelling page, which is naturally beautiful. And And I have a page,
Everything's
Naturally
natural.
Creative.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm going to start my fashion line, Naturally Stylish.
Naturally
Just
stylish.
naturally, darling.
Everything's natural.
But I'm natural, right? Because I do get a bit antsy when people call me Naturally. Sorry, guys.
Okay, yeah.
My name is Natural.
Yeah.
The brand is Naturally.
Natural,
Yes,
as we say. Yeah, all right, baby. Go. All right, so are you ready to do a little bit of poetry for the people right now? Okay, cool.
So we're going to do Powerful Woman, we said, wasn't it?
Right, so listen to this piece of music. Just tell me if this works for you, okay? Here we
Let's
go.
have a listen
Listen to
then.
this.
Okay.
Can that work for you?
We can work with that.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get ready to go do a live bit of poetry with the lovely Miss Natural Wright, who's graced us right here on Deja Vu. Okay, Natural Wright? All right, here we go.
Good evening, listeners. This is Natural Wright. And this is Powerful Woman, or commonly known as Magic Powers. I have magic powers. I bet you don't believe. There's no way you can resist what I have up my sleeve. I have magic powers. Of this you can be sure. The power to control your mind and make you say j'adore. I'm not like other women. I know that's what you think. You see the polished casing, but you won't make the link between an angel and a sinner, a savior and a killer. I'll let you think you take the lead, that you're the man, that you are a thriller. I have magic powers. I have any man I choose. You may think you've won the game, but me, I never lose. A flutter of eyelashes is a blindfold for your eyes. You hear the sweet coy laughter, but won't see the other side. The honey in your ear that makes the ego swell is to disguise the handcuffs that trap you in my world. I have magic powers. Would you like something to eat? A charming conversation? Should I massage your feet? You only see the outside of what I choose for you to see. Why should I enlighten you? Why let you know me? I have magic powers, though I keep it to myself. The truth is magic powers are not good for your health.
Yeah.
But it's like my voice is usually much more silky, but I'm actually feeling this like husky, sexy sound.
All right. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
I like that. Definitely like that one there. Round of applause for the young lady.
Clap.
Miss Natural.
Oh, click. Click. In poetry we click. Click your fingers, honey. click it. I'm like, literally, I feel like Luther Vandross today, like, hi guys, this is Natural Right.
No, that was good. And how long have you been doing this for?
2 years I've been performing like live, but I've been writing for myself for a long time. Like, it's like therapy for me, poetry sometimes.
Okay.
If I go through something, I would go and just rant. That Impolite Notice one was a rant. I wrote it in like 10 minutes of rant.
Yeah.
Whereas other ones.
Now, was that
longer.
based upon, a relationship you had?
Kind of, yeah.
Well,
when I do that poem, I kind of introduce it by saying, I was in a relationship for 16 years. I was in a relationship for a long time.
Right.
And then I became single. And I was living the single life. But then I was getting tired of the attitude that guys were approaching me with. So Impolite Notice is like a message to men, and it was very raw, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it depends really, like my writing. But a lot of the time it's like me, it's cathartic.
Right.
So it's like, get something off my chest.
Okay, so you feel like you've done that? You've exercised the demons?
Yeah, I mean, there's always demons, guys.
Yeah.
There's always more demons to write about, but yeah.
All right, so we're going to get Natural to do some more poetry. During the course of the show, maybe 3 more or so.
Okay.
It's currently 8:48 right now. Just in case you just joined us, welcome to the show. This is LACJ on the LA Night Show. Please spread the word, like and share, so everybody knows that we are there right now, live right the way around the world. So shout out to my brother in Las Vegas, Nevada. Stafford, how you doing, sir? I want to say a big up to Maureen in Atlanta, my little sister in Las Vegas as well, Oliver as well. Big up to my brother who lives in Queens, New York City. Shout out to all the Queens folks. Shout out to all my Los Angelians. Big up to you guys as well, Elizabeth Torres and family. Big up to you guys, my nieces and nephews as well. All right, so this is LACJ right here on Deja Vu FM with the lovely Miss Natural Wright. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about, your experiences in life. Obviously, you're a grown woman. Let's talk with...
Very grown.
Let's talk about the current situation right here, right now. We just had an election over here. And Boris got in. How do you feel about that?
Okay. It was a sad day. It was a sad day. Friday morning was a sad day for me. I'm somebody who... I wouldn't say that I'm that much into politics, but I think people should know the power of their vote. And it was like a lot of people have thoughts and feelings about, what should be happening. And a lot of people didn't vote.
Right.
And I feel like if a lot of those people voted, we might have had more of an impact. I'm really sad that Corbyn's resigning. I think he's a good man.
Yeah.
He is a good man, and I think it was time for a change, but we're still here stuck with Boris and Trump. And it makes me question, like, what kind of world do we live in when you've got Boris and Trump leading the US
two of the most powerful countries in the world.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Do you think that, there's all this talk about anti-Semitism in the Labour Party? And I'm still trying to figure out, I think I'm
Do you know what it is? Corbyn, he tries to give people a voice and he tries to be fair. Yeah. And I think there was a massive smear campaign going on with this election.
Yeah. I believe so.
A lot of people are quite gullible in terms of, you put something like anti-Semitic, and people don't really follow politics in depth. It's more about what they hear. They hear like little bits and pieces and don't necessarily research.
Right,
and I think Corbyn, he's not the typical politician. He's not the typical guy, which is why I like him. Right. Which is why a lot of people like him. But I don't know. It's really sad. I had hope. I done my vote. I done my postal vote. I was like,
I posted mine as well. Yeah. But the thing was, getting back to the anti-Semitic talk, I never heard nothing like that coming out of his mouth.
I think he was at some kind of event or rally.
Right.
And somebody said something. Somebody else said something. And he was there, but then he kind of got attached to him as well.
Right.
So.
Well, what about all the stuff that Boris said? Boris called...
All of those racist comments and the things that he says.
Right.
What? Oh, my God.
Take
a breath now.
I actually met a young lady, a black girl, 26 years old, who told me plain and straight she was voting for a conservative. And I said, why are you doing that? She said, because... Excuse me. She said, because the conservatives will get things done. And I was like, get what done? They've been in the power for God knows
how long.
And things have been going south. So what are you talking about? She said, yeah, but Labour's just, trying to pander to black people and say they're going to do this and say they're going to do that. And, that's why she voted
conservative. A black lady
said
that?
Yeah, a young girl, actually a nurse. Swear to God, she said it. And I was shocked. And I was saying, in a hospital, yeah. We was actually in the hospital talking. And I said to her, my sister, you've made a big mistake, and there's going to be lots of other black folks who are going to make that same mistake. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what this whole thing was with the anti-Semitism and all this, but I don't know how being against a regime that basically kills people, you know what I mean?
Like conservative, for example, things like EMA.
Right.
They took out for students. They used to have like little money that they could get when they were studying, tuition fees. There's so many things that people, like everyone's got something to say on it.
Right.
But the power of your vote. Some people say voting is pointless. I'd like to say it's not pointless. Your vote is a point.
Right.
Use it. I mean, if she wanted to vote for Conservatives, I mean, that's her choice.
That's her choice.
Everyone's allowed to pick what
That's
they
right.
want to
That's
pick.
right.
And fair enough. But I think there's so many people who've got opinions that didn't vote.
Right.
And what I would like to say, make sure you vote next time, because there's been times where I didn't vote, and it's like...
Right.
It's like
Me too, I have to say.
And it's like, yeah, there was times before, and I was like, you know what? I need to get my vote in next time.
Right.
And there's a lot of people that I've spoken to, and they're like, yeah, they agree with, you know, the ethos and what they're saying, but they didn't actually put their vote in.
So what do you think that is about a lot of black people who don't? There's a crazy amount of black people that don't vote.
It's a lot of schisms, isn't it?
Yeah,
We've
nothing's
kind
going
of
to
brought
change.
Up, like,
yeah,
we don't really deal with politics, like, growing up.
Right.
And it's that attitude that, regardless of who is, Labour or Conservatives, it's not really going to have an impact for us.
Right.
They don't really care about us.
Yeah.
It's all about money in their pockets.
Right.
And I do agree with that in a lot of ways. But I still think someone's going to be in power, and I think Labour would be better for me. I would say us. I don't want to say us because obviously you got your nurse voting Conservative.
Right.
But I think voting Labour is more.
I think Labour's more for the people. Exactly.
More for the people.
And Conservative is like more for...
It's capitalist.
Yeah, it's for...
I think I was always, growing up, I studied sociology. And I was always I was a bit of a vaporist, a bit technical. But you got Marx, who is communism.
Yeah.
Labour's in the middle, and then you got capitalist, which is Darwinism, which is conservative.
Right.
And I was always in the middle. And I was always Lib Dem before. And then after they sold out with the Conservatives, I was like, you know, I'll never waste my vote again. So I voted Labour.
Right.
Because I think they would have more impact for our community, for schools,
That's right, 'cause when
for nurses, for hospitals, for the actual people on the ground. Capitalists and Conservatives are more about the money makers.
Right.
That small percentage at the top.
The 1%.
Yeah, the 1%.
Yeah.
Whereas Labour is supposed to be about the massive. And I do believe that.
I think Corbyn would have done some good things.
He would have.
He would have done some good things. Because he's for the people.
He is.
You know, I mean, Britain, in case anybody doesn't know, is the 5th richest country on the planet. This little island that we live on. And it is a little island, as islands go. And as countries go. It's a small place. But it's has the 5th largest economy in the world. And a lot of people don't know that, number one. Number two, and a lot of their economy and what they have is based upon the things that they've taken from people for hundreds of years. So that's why they're called Great Britain, because they had that kind of power. The past
colonialism, and that's one thing that Corbyn had a show. I've got my little TV show, naturally, Facebook and YouTube.
Okay.
But we were talking about. Corbyn said that he wanted to talk about colonialism and put it in Black History. We were talking about Black History Month. And what I think about Corbyn is he sees what's out there and he tries to be fair and put things out there. And he wants to talk about slavery and let people actually know about Black history. Even though it's like to improve Black history in schools, we need to kind of take out the whole curriculum and update it. But the fact that he's saying it, he says the things... Flow vortex. That's a phrase that they say down there. He says the things that we need to hear. And I think Corbyn, he should have got it. Those who voted for freaking Boris, like seriously,
seriously.
Racist. He's the things that come out of his mouth.
Yeah.
It's like, how?
He's an old Eton boy, isn't he? They're privileged, you know.
And that's what it is.
The family.
Old boys club.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about a little bit about changing slightly on this subject matter. You work in a school. You just mentioned the curriculum. So do you believe that Black history should be? You said you believe Black history should be taught different, or
do you know
how is it taught? Let me say, because I've been out of school obviously a long time. How is Black history a curriculum in
Black
school?
history is history, and that's what needs to change.
Right.
Like, our contribution to society is not really recognised, and it's left out. For example, I have a poem that I do called Stand Up and Be Counted. It's a section on the Moors. Now, I was doing a fashion show and they asked me to do a poem, so I did a bit of research.
Right.
And I knew about the Moors, but I didn't know how much their contribution had on Europe.
Right.
For example, the Renaissance. We hear about that, history books, the Renaissance. But the Renaissance was actually Europe learning from the Moors.
Right.
They brought in mathematics, they brought in geography, they brought in sanitation.
And this stuff is taught in schools?
No, this isn't taught.
Wow, okay.
They talk about the Renaissance, but they don't say it was the Moors. And that's what I'm saying, we've kind of been excluded. Our history.
Right. That's something that's been...
It's been whitewashed.
Yeah, it's something that's gone on since time immemorial.
I should give you I'll do a bit of stand-up and be counted.
Okay, yeah, we will do that. We will definitely do that. Let's talk a little bit more about the schools, though. Like I said, because that's your area of your employment, right?
I have to take a breath.
Yeah. So
my job's annoying me at the moment.
Yeah.
Professionalism.
Woosah. Okay. Take it in, blow it out. Woosah. Okay, great. You feel better now. Okay. So let me ask you, one of the things that's been irking me for a minute now is the situation in schools where they're trying to teach 5 and 6 and 7-year-olds about sex education has changed. Put it that way. We did sex education when I was a kid. I remember it. But now it's changed. It's all about gender identification and gender neutrality and stuff like that. Now, as a teacher, I would like to know how you feel about this subject matter. Why is it that they're emphasizing on this telling the kids 2 mummies and 2 daddies?
I would say I will answer this as a parent first.
Okay.
So basically, what they wanted to bring in education, sex education from age 5 or is it 7 or 5, where they teach about all of these different types of gender. So now, I can't remember the number, but there's like a
100
different types of gender.
Yeah.
And they wanted to kind of, but basically what I feel they do is they're targeting the youth to make them more open-minded to what's out there.
Right.
But my opinion of it, I feel like it's kind of there's an agenda that's being thrust upon us.
Definitely, 100%.
And I think in terms of sexuality, I'm very open-minded.
Right.
In terms of my sexuality, I think people should be free to do whatever they want to do.
Exactly, they're individual,
Do your thing.
Behind closed doors,
I think we
do your
need to
thing.
move away from sexuality being so in the forefront. Even heterosexual sexuality, everything is very over-sexualized for our young people, girls and boys. Like the music and the message, everything's about being a bad bee. So you've got that side of it, but now there's also this other side, this whole trans movement. And I don't want to exclude anybody or offend anybody, but I think there's a lot of pressure for us to take on board. Like, I heard a story the other day about somebody got fired from cancer research because they wanted to change the wording. I think it was smear tests available for women between blah 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 from 19 to 45, and they wanted to change it to people over a certain age. And the woman was like, "Look, I'm a woman.
That's right.
It's women. Women have wombs. Like, cervixes are for women.
Yeah, that's why we have the smear test.
You ain't got." Exactly. But it's like we're almost being forced to conform. Like, I have to see a trans woman as a woman. It's offensive if I don't. And if you say, "Oh, actually, I don't agree with that," then you're labelled as prejudiced.
Yeah. What's the word they use now? Anti-trans. What is that? I mean,
I don't know. I think I like Big Brother. I'm a bit of I used to love Big Brother. I think it was Genuine was on there a while ago, and there was a lady that was trans.
Right.
And she was like, would you kiss me, kind of thing? And he's like, no, I wouldn't. I'm not comfortable with it.
Right.
And she was like, well, you're being like not trans. Well, you're being like not transphobic.
Yeah.
She kind
transphobic.
Transphobic.
Right.
And that's his preference. And I don't want to offend, but you're trans.
Let me
you're trans.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not a woman.
No,
I'm a woman. You identify as whatever you want to identify as.
Right.
I'm happy for you to do that.
Right.
But I don't think that I should be made to feel bad for saying, well, actually, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
But I'm a woman.
I've had a couple of gay rights activists from the LGBT community in this studio, sitting in these chairs, and we had a big conversation. I also had a preacher on here as well who said, in no uncertain terms, that he was totally against the whole thing as far as he was concerned, and he started quoting scriptures from the Bible and X, Y, and Z, and they had a pretty good argument. It was like I said, it was a decent conversation, but it was a back and forth. You know what I mean, between all the people that were in the studio here. Now, what I'm saying is, why is it such a why are they trying to ram this down our throats? As you've seen, there's been protests at one school, and now the protesters, who are parents of pupils at this particular school in East London, I think it's in East London, I think so. It actually might even be outside London, but I think it might be in East London. But they had a big protest, and they were protesting every day outside the school. Mostly Asian, Indian, Pakistani, and stuff.
I think
it's been on the news.
Sometimes it's like people are not allowed to have their... You should be allowed to have your stamp.
Yeah, exactly.
I should be allowed... Like, there was a story, it's a while ago now, where I think it was a cake maker.
Right. Yes, that's right.
Somebody came and they wanted to make a cake for 2 gay people, and it's like, do you know what? I can't do that. I'm Christian.
Exactly.
I don't agree with it. I can't make it.
Yeah.
And then they went to they
was in the
took
US.
it to court.
Yeah.
And they sued them, and they were made to they were found to be prejudiced or.
Yeah.
But I think people should be able to have their opinion.
Well,
if you're brought up a Christian,
right,
and you're taught that this is not acceptable, you should be able to have.
That's right. And not only that, the gay people are of one opinion, and you are of another opinion. So why should you be penalized for having your opinion? That means that your opinion doesn't matter, because their opinion transcends yours, and their opinion is more important than yours.
Speak, but it's not even so much. I don't know, because to be honest, I'm very open-minded.
Right.
And I'm not anti anything.
No, me neither.
So do you? That's my attitude. Do you? Like, I've got friends that are trans who are, they're transitioning. That's up to you.
I haven't got anything like that. But
I mean, I know people. Yeah. I'm very open-minded. I interact with lots of people.
Right.
But everyone should be free to do what they want to do. But I don't feel like I should be forced to have an opinion that's not mine.
Right.
If I want to say, actually, I don't actually agree with it.
Right.
If you want to transition from being a man into presenting yourself as a woman, go for it.
Right. But you can never.
But don't tell me that I have to call you a woman.
That's right, because you're not.
Because you're not.
And if you saw him come into a ladies' room, you'd be like, "Yo, what are you doing in here? You need to go next door."
I mean,
you know what I mean?
I wouldn't really mind that much.
Yeah.
Like, in that sense. But then there was a story of someone that went in the female change rooms and was molested, but that's a separate story. Yeah. But I mean, personally, I don't mind. If you want to come in and you present like a woman and you want to use the ladies' bathroom, go for it.
Right.
That doesn't affect me like that.
Right.
But don't tell me that I have to see you as me.
Right.
I was born with these ovaries, honey, and this womb,
and it's
me,
nowhere.
and I'm a woman.
Exactly. It's not going to change for.
And I don't feel like I'm being offensive by saying that.
Right.
And that's my issue.
Right.
Everyone should be free to do what they want to do.
Right. But what about the fact that there is a Hollywood actress? Is it Charlize Theron? I'm not sure who it is. It's a Hollywood actress who has adopted a little black child.
Okay.
And has decided to dress this little black child up as a female, as a little girl, and it's caused a bit of a stir. You know what I mean?
Was it the demasculination of the black man?
Yeah.
It's something that we see a lot.
I don't understand that. Why?
You see a lot of it in fashion as well. And
right. You've seen guys wearing dresses.
You see fashion shows. Because I like fashion, I model, I like catwalk. And sometimes it's like, I don't know. It's a difficult subject to tackle. But you see men coming out in, like jumper dress and knee-high boots, and it's like, that's not sexy to me.
No, not only is it not sexy,
That's not sexy to me.
Those, let me say it in no uncertain terms.
I like a man to be a man.
Exactly. Let me say it in no uncertain terms. Those are women's clothes. Period, point
They
blank.
are.
Finito. No conversation needs to be had. A black man. I've seen one black guy wearing a skirt in Stratford, and a youngster. And I said to him, "Do you know how silly you look?" And he looked. He had some like very tight, slim fit jeans under it, but he was wearing a black skirt. And I said to him, "Do you know how silly you look?" And he said,
I mean, if that's what you're comfortable with,
and he looked down at himself, and he's smiling at me. And I said, "Young brother, come on, don't let nobody lead you down this road." I think we're trying to be all things to all people, and because we're trying to do that, some of us actually just buy into this BS. You know what I mean? We don't have to do that.
But he must have wanted to. I mean, you don't wake up one day and decide, oh, I'm going to put...
No, obviously not.
That's obviously where his mind is and what he wants to do.
I think he wants to be a trendsetter. He's seen David Beckham do it, and you know.
And then you've got like Will Smith's son, who's the face of Gucci, who wears that it's like very effeminate clothes.
Yeah. I don't understand all this stuff, Natalie. You know, I mean, Miss Natural. I don't know. I don't understand it all, but I sure as hell know that you know, people better wake up and realize what's going on behind the scenes, because they're sneaking up on us. I remember talking about this kind of stuff years and years and years ago, before it was so in your face, and now it's in your face. And we're going to have to deal with this. We're going to have to deal with the fallout from it as well. All right, so let's take a little break for a couple minutes. Let Miss Natural have a chance to get some libation, a little bit of juice on board, and myself as well. And then we'll come back with Miss Natural Wright going to be doing another poem to some music as well. All right, stay right here with me, LACJ, DeJaVuFM.com. It's currently 9 minutes after 9 on a Sunday night on Deja Vu.
Doing your love, they hide me like it be bully. Yeah, we supposed to link up, but you be Jonesing. Me, but if your love, they hide me like it be bully. Oh baby, don't leave me lonely.
Oh, don't leave. You say you love me, I say a story. No big by motto, you gotta show me. If I'm the one, you guys be the only.
The man, I'm the one that got the bigger man. Yeah, baby, you're a rich bitch till the fan. Yeah, over popcorn in a bullet pan. Yeah, I've been playing, yeah, if you're not the fan. I see I got your shoes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, stay with us. We are going to be coming back with Miss Natural Wright in about 2 minutes' time. A live poem for us in the studio. All right? Where you got it, Deja Vu FM at LACJ. I'm Miss Natural Wright.
Put it on me, I'm a malasso. Don't apologize, darling, mushroom. I just wanna call you out. Yeah, but the love will be top of the worship.
Back at LACJ right now. Shout out to Cynthia Martins, also Dolores, Riley, Billy Ray Valentine, Basil Smith. All the people jumping up on board with me right now. Got the beautiful Miss Natural Wright in the studio, the poet. Yes, sir. LACJ here with you up until 10 p.m. It's currently 9:23 on DejaVuFM.com, baby. You. All right, so we got Natural Wright in the house, and she's a poet. Does a great job as well. So we're gonna get Natural to do some poetry to this song right here. Jump in anytime you're ready, Natural.
I'm looking for that connection. That words can't really describe. Two powerful energies creating an electric vibe. Where you feel them pull from a distance, and their touch, it makes you high, and you know how much they want you. Just by looking in their eyes. The type of connection where you're intellectually sick, and they cause your mind to race, and they make your body think. I'm looking for that connection with kisses that make you shiver. When I feel your frantic probing tongue, I know you can deliver. Tingles shoot through my limbs and butterflies tease my soul. You hold my face and draw me forwards. I soon lose control. I suck your tongue into my mouth, then I reach down and open up my treasure, you'll find her soaked in dripping wet. So prepare for pleasure. I don't know, I can continue with this poem, but it gets kind of steamy, you know. When I do this poem, people come up to me after like, oh my god, I was squirming in my chair.
Yeah.
So 7 verses, that's verse 1 and 2.
Oh,
so
wow.
like, yeah, we're
Okay.
gonna...
Or just in case you just
We're
joined
not
me.
gonna get to the softly lapping on the crown bits.
Okay. All right, no problem. No problem. We can do anything here, you know. We can do.
Sure, yeah.
We can do anything we want. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. Just want to tell everybody who's watching right now. This is the poet.
Natural Right, Alan.
Natural Right. Natural Right. She
Natural
puts
Right,
herself.
poet extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Poet extraordinaire. She's in the studio with us live. We've invited her in. We're going to be talking about all things black and beyond. You know what I'm saying? We just finished talking about schools and why schools were making it compulsory.
But they have actually backtracked on that rule, though. We should say that.
Yeah.
Because it was going to be brought in, but people like made a lot of noise and complained, and they've actually backtracked on that. So they're not going to be bringing that in for now, at least.
Yeah, they're trying
Which is something.
to ram it down our throats a little bit, though, didn't they?
But the power of people and the power of the words, that shows. Because people were standing up and saying, no, it's not on.
Yeah.
And
For good reason. For good reason.
it's not happening now. So
Right.
people, use your voice, use your vote.
Yeah, we should have done that. We should have done that in this election as well. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people, especially a lot of black folks, who did not vote. We need to change that narrative so that we can start voting and making our voice be heard. Because we're a lot more powerful than we think.
Power of the pen.
Yeah, we're a lot more powerful than we think. And the pound as well.
And the black pound.
Yeah, the black pound.
The black pound is powerful. Let's pass hand to hand. That's a line from the poem that's what I was going to do. So I haven't counted.
All right, so we will do that poem before we go. And on that note, let's talk about why you think that the black pound doesn't stay in the black community. What do you think that's all about?
Because we have been brainwashed very much into... I'm very much against this brand culture.
Right.
I'm a cheapie, man. I'm frugal.
Right.
I like to cheapen about.
Right.
I don't really buy into brands. There's a song that I've released on my Facebook page. It's my son called F Gucci.
Right.
They did the blackface.
I've seen the guy rapping about it.
Yeah. F Gucci.
Yeah.
Because they did the blackface and they got the things with the like nooses, and it's like the black pound is powerful. We spend a lot of our money chasing these brands, Louis V, LV, and I think our youth as well are very much caught up into this materialistic, money-hungry, flossy attitude.
Why do you think that is? I mean, because it seems like, it's definitely when it comes to young ladies as well, they will more go for a young guy who's got on head-to-toe
I think, do you know what? I think with men there's more pressure. With girls, we can get away with wearing whatever we want to wear. It doesn't have to be.
That's true.
It doesn't have to be.
But
even though women buy into it, I'm not really the red bottoms type, but my bottom's from Primark, fam.
Right, okay.
I don't care. Like, I rock what I want to rock. I shop online. I make my own style. That's me.
Right.
But we are very much into fashion. Oh, it has to be red bottoms. I need my Chanel bag, like a Prada, like Giuseppe's, all of that. I don't really buy into it. But our youth are almost pressured. Like my son, I always bring him up. I know he must be sick and tired of me saying my son, but the mentality of the young boys and what they have to almost live up to.
Right.
It's very, very hard, and it is that kind of money spending, flossing.
Right.
But what we really need to be doing is spending our money on ourselves, reinvesting our black pounds into black businesses.
Right.
Rather than spending it on Gucci, who will turn around and then do blackface jumpers or gollywog jumpers, and that's what it is.
Right, that's exactly what it is.
It's a gollywog.
Yeah.
It's a gollywog.
There are two ways about it, you know what I mean?
And I'm so that my son,
Face mask and all that kind of thing.
yeah, my son, thank you for your track. I posted it on my page. And we need to actually stand up and come together when it comes to things like that. Like the like Hennies, when they come with certain things. They had them with the jumper.
Right.
King of the Jungle.
Right.
Little,
and put it
the connotations, the connotations.
Yeah.
Like my degrees in media,
Right.
I analyze everything. I'm a Virgo. I overanalyze everything.
And I'm a Scorpio, so
yeah. So it's like when you actually look and see what the fashion is. So a lot of the time we take our culture and feed it back to us.
Right.
You know, there was a time I had a guy, Mise called me, hi Mise. He's a fashion photographer.
Right.
And he was on my show, and he was talking about how there was a time when Gucci came back and they kind of like the red, gold, and green colours and sold it back. These are our colours. These are our culture.
That's right.
But I had to buy Gucci to bust it.
Right. Exactly.
Come back to your own. You don't need to buy into their brands and their money.
Right.
Us to bust our style. So.
Yeah, but what is it about? How did they manage to get us the way they got us? I mean, because they truly have got us. I mean, to wean black folks off of this Gucci, Prada,
do you know what it is? I think
Dior. You know what I mean? All these names.
It's part of the colonized mind.
Right.
And I think it does revert back to slavery about not having our own thing.
Right.
And wanting to be in a position where we're comfortable and affluent. So I think a lot of people buy into this, oh, if I've got this and I've got that and I'm flossing this and I'm wearing this, it shows that I am where I need to be. Right. And the truth is, it doesn't mean anything. Stop wasting your money on materialism and brands.
Right.
Invest in ourselves.
Right, I get it. So let me ask you this question then. When it comes to, you said yourself, you don't actually wear brands. Did you used to wear brands?
I wear.
You're not fussy about it?
No, I'm not really. I can never fit into those. When my friends were buying Bermudas, my bag was too big.
Right.
Couldn't get into those. Sorry. And Jenkins saved my life.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think we're trying to show that we're where we need to be.
Right.
But you see the rich people when they make the money, you don't see them.
You don't see them
money on foolishness.
No. Once in a while, you might see them wearing some ripped up looking jeans, and you hear the shop that the jeans are
even
like
the riots,
$500-600.
The riots, 2011, the riots.
Right.
And people going in and breaking into shops. JD was one of the worst hit.
Yeah.
And it's about getting trainers and things like that.
Right.
You shouldn't be hitting the gold shops, guys.
Yeah.
But it's a mentality, and it is very much about what I think people feel they need to show that they made it.
Right.
We made it. We don't need to buy into that.
Right. We don't have to. Okay. All right. I'm liking your outlook on stuff, because unfortunately there's so many people who have got different, not a real outlook on life. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about the phenomenon that is, a lot of people are talking about, saying that black brothers dating outside of their race are, there seems to be a lot of black brothers who date outside their race. Oh, I haven't got no problem with that. I've got family members who are, with people, with white people, basically. 3 to be exact. You know what I'm saying? And that's their business.
Do you know what I'm not getting? I've got sister-in-laws. They're my family.
Yeah.
Shout out to my sister-in-laws.
Yeah.
Nicola. I love them.
Right.
And I'm not anti-interracial relationships.
Yeah, right.
I'm not.
Right.
I've got nephews and nieces that are mixed, and I've got sisters that are mixed.
Right.
But for me, it's about culture and what's lost sometimes when that happens. I think we need to make sure we're passing on our culture and our history. And a lot of the time, sometimes when people date outside their race, they don't ensure that their culture is passed on.
Right. Now, let me ask you this question. So let me give you a scenario. You're in the mall and you're walking, going about your everyday business, and you see a brother walking in the mall with the person that you think to yourself, wait a minute, not even white guys would be interested in this woman. How did you end up with that?
Actually, yeah,
you know what I mean?
That is a bit of
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people saying, yeah, I've seen it.
It's not always about the package. You have to say that. It's not always about the package. And it's not for me to look and say, raw, why is he with that frumpy old psychedelic woman? Maybe she's got an amazing personality and they connect. That's down to you. But, I don't know, for me personally, I love a black king, innit?
Right, but the reason why I'm making this point is because there's been several occasions I've actually seen that and experienced that and thinking, wow, you know what I mean? She must be something spectacular. You know what I mean? But then when you see a white dude with a sister, the sister's fine, looking like you, or looking, you know what I mean, looking fine. You know what I mean? You think,
why is that happening?
Yeah, why is it happening the other way around?
Why is it part
and let me say something. And just so that everybody knows this, I've seen a comedian, a white comedian, actually say that on stage about that realism that, you know, the black guys pick up white women that not even white guys are interested in. They're like, yeah, great, you can have her. I've seen a comedian do that. So I'm not saying this like off the top of my head, like, you know, no one's thinking
about this. Do you know what? I've got a poem called Black Queen's Battles.
Right.
I was on a BBC radio discussion with a group of black women about relationships.
Okay.
And we're talking about the problems black women have dating.
Right.
And then afterwards they asked me to write a piece that reflected the group consciousness, and it kind of touches on some of those issues.
Right.
Should I do it?
Is it a slower one? Yeah.
It's slower.
All right. So let me put on a bit of music here.
Oh, I can do it a cappella.
You can do it a cappella?
Yeah.
All right. You want to do it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Let's do it. Okay. Come on.
So this is Black Queen's Battles. The most powerful piece in the chessboard is the Black Queen, with a crown of ether 9 and adorned with melanin. You have fought many battles, overcome many things, but one of your most ferocious battles is finding and keeping a king. There's an abundance of pawns, stallions, rooks, and assortment of knights. But to find the royal match, a black queen must fight. See, they've been told that the idol queen is soft-headed and light, or better still, a queen who is white. But what double standards, the shame and disgrace, should a black woman choose to date out of her race? Statistics record that the black king is most sought, but the same surveys would suggest black beauty is a naught. A history of racism has created this norm, so some lighten their skins, sew in weaves, soften their characters, and generally conform to media images and ideals of the West that say thinner and lighter and quieter is best. Black woman is wild, black woman is loud, black woman is angry, black woman is proud, black woman is strong, black woman forgives and keeps going, even when a man is doing her wrong. Still suffering from a legacy of slavery's curse, black male promiscuity, which forced the black queen to live too independently. But now our kings say, you're too strong for me. But we still need love, support and security. The black queen has evolved. We've stepped up our game. We're seeking out kings who are doing the same. Why is it such a struggle to settle or even to date? It's a sore subject that brings great debate. But the black queen is patient and willing to wait to find her true match. Checkmate.
Yeah, I like that one. That's a good one. What's that one called?
Black Queen's Battles.
Black Queen's Battles. Now, where can people find...
You can find that if you go on my YouTube, which is Naturally Poetic. So naturally, natural, I-E, play on words, yeah. Naturally_poetic. You put in Black Queen's Battles and it will come up. That one went viral. That was my first one that went viral. There's a lady called Sister Mama. I went and I did like a photo shoot with her, and she said, what's one of your poems? I don't know where she shared it, but after about a week, people were sending it to me. I was like,
oh yeah,
it's crazy. Like, the power of social media. So thank you, Sister Mama, for sharing my poem. It's all part of the journey.
So you've done how much for us now? You've done like 3.
I've done
3. I think you've done 3, haven't you? No, 2. Oh, you've done 3.
Only 2.
2.
Power of a Woman.
Yeah.
Black Queen's Battles.
You've done the first one. What's the first one?
It was.
Is it the first one?
There's only 2.
There's only 2. Oh, you know
I spoke about stand-up and counting. I haven't done that yet.
Right, yeah, we're going to be doing that before the show's out.
We'll do that.
I like that
How
one.
you got?
We've got about 20 minutes, so we're definitely...
Time's a ticking.
We're definitely, yeah, it goes fast when
No, I need to come back.
Yeah.
I want to come back with my nice silky voice. This is my husky voice.
No, this is good. This is good.
Like it?
When you come back, I'll invite you back on when we got more guests, because it's coming up to Christmas. I could have got more guests, but I like the individual attention.
Exactly.
I wanted to focus on you because you know, it's what you do, the poetry. I don't have time for it, and more people in the studio. You know what I'm saying? So just to let everybody know, I'm in the studio right now, live with Miss Natural Wright, right here on DejaVuFM.com, with me, LA CJ, the LA Nites Show. And before the end of the show, we're also going to let you tell people where they can find you, where they can hook you up, if they want you to come and do things.
Yeah, come. Book me, man. Book me.
Yeah, book me.
I do modelling, I dance.
She does modelling. Yeah, she can,
Share my stuff.
Exactly.
But model, high fashion, I do catwalk. I do lots and lots of stuff.
Right. So we're gonna be letting everybody know where they can get in contact with you as well. Miss Natural Wright joining us in the studio right now. We were on Deja Vu's Facebook page, but for some unknown reason that
it shut us out.
Yeah, as soon as you start talking
what was
about
saying, man? Freddie?
Freddie, I don't know why. While I'm on the air, he's calling me, you know what I'm saying? Jesus. Anyway, so I think what happens is anytime you start talking about anything controversial, Facebook find a reason to cut me out personally because I've got a massive listenership. By Monday, there'll be like a couple thousand people who have tuned in and loads of people giving their opinions and comments and stuff, and Facebook like to try and shut me down, and then they send me messages saying, hi CJ, do you want to promote your show and all this kind of BS, you know what I'm saying?
I got banned, my first ban recently actually.
On Facebook?
Yeah.
Wow, what did you do?
Well, what happened was,
jail, huh?
Basically, I get somebody kept DMing with his Willie. He kept on sending me his Willie, and I warned him.
Seriously?
Yes. And not just his Willie, he's actually working with his Willie. And I said to him, if you keep sending it, I'm going to post and share your stuff.
Putting in work.
So I put like a top hat over his face,
right,
and a knife over his bits, and I posted and tagged him. I said,
yeah,
you want to show your stuff? Here's your stuff. And then they banned me.
Right. But it's okay for him to
send
you a picture of his...
I thought, and the thing is, you see a lot of things on social media that are risque. You couldn't see any penis. It was all covered. Right. And his face was covered. But they banned me.
Yeah, I'll tell you what happened with me.
I'm ashamed.
I'll tell you what happened with me. Facebook, I posted something to do with Christopher Columbus. There was a video about...
T-Fun, Rascal, sorry. Yeah. I say Rascal. T-Fun, lie.
Yeah, so, and what happened was, they were showing parts from the movie, excerpts from the movie about Christopher Columbus and the wicked and evil stuff that they did. Now
he actually
was one of the most.
But smallpox, he actually infected some of the Native Americans with smallpox. Yeah. He crucified them. He did a lot of evil things.
This guy was one of the most evil people that walked the planet. But yet, in history, the history that we learn in the West is that this guy
the ones that still taught in schools, guys, just put out there.
He discovered this, he discovered that, and he didn't discover nothing, because if you discover something, if you go somewhere and someone else is there,
walk into someone's front room and sit down and say, I discovered your front room. Yeah. No, you didn't. This is our home before you got here, Chris. Sorry, Chris.
See what kind of arse whooping you get.
But Christopher Columbus was also out there prior to the slave trade.
Right.
Collecting slaves. My friend Daryl Blake, he came on my show. Excellent show. He's like Daryl Blake, fountain of knowledge, and he was educating about Christopher Columbus and the crown and what they actually did in terms of the British colony. And it says it's a travesty.
Right, and a lot of people don't talk about that. They don't. In history, like I said, what we learn here is they seem to leave out these key points. You know what I mean? And you know, is it Nelson's column? What is it in Trafalgar Square?
Yeah.
Is it Nelson's column? Yeah. I mean, these people were like evil people. You know what I'm saying? But yet they're revered as like somebody. You know, the Christopher Columbus thing. Anyway, let me get back to the story. So what I did is I posted this thing. Yeah, as a white guy telling people exactly.
I had that clip, and it shows the videos of him.
Yes.
I posted that on my page as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, Facebook made my one. The only way to see it, you have to press this thing. You have to say your age and all this kind of stuff. And I thought to myself, okay, but yet there's a video somebody shot about a black boy got shot. And these guys were in the road and they saw it and they videotaped the guy on the ground bleeding to death. Yeah,
that's another thing that I got issues with.
Yeah, and Facebook leave that up, and that's no problem. It's there right now. You know what I mean? But yet you talk about Christopher Columbus and the evils that he did, and Facebook will close you down. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it's a very unfair. Facebook, you need to fix up yourself, Facebook, and stop trying to be you know, the big brother eye that stops people from.
Well, it is the big brother eye. That's the thing as well. Like social media, like I have a bit of a slate to social media. I think since I've been doing my poetry, I've got over 6 billion Instagram pages.
Right.
And it's a tool.
Right.
But it is so distracting. And I think we underestimate the power that social media has over our lives. And especially our young people as well. The influence.
Right. Yeah. And then, it's all about social media right now. I think one of the biggest ones for the youngsters is Instagram. But Facebook, I think, still run things.
Yeah, young people might not always like Facebook. What's that?
Facebook, it's something else. You know what I mean? But do you think that social media influences everyday life in black culture right now?
I think I do, because we're so. Then again, there are a lot of people that don't follow, but those who do engage with it, it is quite powerful. I saw a post the other day. Someone. It was funny, we were talking about the demasculination of the black man. Right. Somebody had posted a clip. It's a white lady, and she was saying about how social media is influencing her views. Because she posted some pictures of like guys dressed in fashion wear, wearing a crop top. And she was like, before, she would have looked at him like, what the hell? Why is he wearing, like, the man is wearing a crop top? It's not on. Right. But because of social media, you see these images so much that you're almost desensitized to it.
Becoming normalized.
And it's like normal, like, oh yeah, he's got a belly top on. I mean, not saying that men can't wear belly tops, I mean, who am I? But
they shouldn't wear it, period. Sorry. I'm saying
they have nice abs and that.
Someone can wear what they want, but as
far
as
I'm concerned, I'm not against abs. But like she says, it's like you kind of like, it becomes normalized to what's acceptable.
Right.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying I'm someone who can define what's wrong or right. Right. I suppose our boundaries are being pushed, moved, and we tend to go with it.
Right. That's true. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break, play a little music for a couple minutes, and then we're coming back with Miss Natural Wright. She's going to be doing her last poem while we've got it here. So we're doing this, you know, this is the lovely thing about radio. You can get talented people to come in and do things for free. You know what I'm saying?
No, don't you pay me. I want my money.
All right, I'll give you a bottle of water. All right? All right, so stay with us right now. In about 5 minutes, Miss Natural Wright's going to be coming back with another one of her poems, and then we'll close out the show. All right?
Seymour Guthrie, Basil Smith, Billy Ray Valentine, Dolores Allen Riley, Cynthia Martin. Yo, this is our talented guest today. And her name is Natalie, but she's known as Miss Natural Wright. There she goes, right there. Acapella, yeah? We've got 7 minutes. 1 minute. Okay. Let's start it. No, actually, you know what? We have to outro you and let you. You're going to tell them when it can catch you. So no, let's not do that. Shorter one. All right. Are you ready?
LACJ here with you right now in the mix live on Deja Vu FM. Pyle Shorty, Pharrell Williams, Happy in the mix live with LACJ, DejaVuFM.com each and every Sunday between the hours of 8 and 10 p.m. baby. Yo. Yes, sir. We are with the one and only Miss Natural Wright in the studio, the poet. She's going to be doing a little bit, she's going to do a poem for us, not a little bit, she's going to do a poem for us. We've got very little time, we've got about 6 minutes. So we'll see if we can get this poem in. Are you ready for it, girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay, let's bust
So this is Arabic count, it's quite long, but I'm going to give you a little bit at the start.
Right, cool. We've got 6 minutes. So because remember, we're going to have to tell people where you can catch it. All right, so bear in mind that. Go on, kick it.
Divided and conquered, fractured, beaten and singed. We're still living the legacy of Willie Lynch's dream that have us believe this is where our history begins. But before we were enslaved, we walked this earth as kings. Fill in the facts that his story forgot. This may take some time because the gaps are a lot. An example? For 800 years, the Moors were the rulers of Spain. Their teaching and practices were Europeans came. Italy, Sicily, Malta, Scotland, anywhere with the name Moor, right here in England. I bet you didn't know that the Moors inhabited these lands. They inspired the Renaissance, but you won't see that in textbooks or medium-term plans. Long before Columbus apparently set sail, the Moors have travelled and developed this world. Proven facts. I don't mean to gloat, but the Moors saved millions by teaching about hygiene and eating the juice and soap. They civilized people from the ages of stone. Moorish Spain was Europe's educational home. So that was the start of the poem. It's quite long, but I want to give you the last part, which is about black culture and black business.
Okay, go on then.
One standing alone, like a thread can be broke. But 1,000 threads, we call this a rope. One shouting in mayhem disappears like a match in smoke. But all shouting together causes enough smoke to choke. Together we are powerful, solid as a rock. Invest in black business, increase our stock. Black Panther, the first film to make $1 billion worldwide. We stand and shout Wakanda, crossing our chests with pride. We channeled our money into this fantasy. Well now let's do the same for our reality. Invest in your siblings, plow and nurture our lands. We'll reap, sow and prosper if together we stand. Stop wasting your earnings on materialism and brands. The black pound is powerful. Let's pass hand to hand. Stop interracial hatred. Who wins when we fight? To achieve our true power, we must unite. Old and young, male and female, Africans, Caribbeans should stand as one now. If you're light as Samalina or mahogany skinned, realize we are all blessed with the same melanin. We should be standing together, show love and respect. Reach out your hands, link arms and connect. Stand up and be counted, be heard and be seen. Melanin and ether, adorn kings and queens.
Lovely, 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 lovely. All right, man. All right, so tell the people real quick where they can catch you.
So you can find me on Instagram, naturally_poetic. So that's natural, i.e. naturally_poetic. If you'd like to see some of my pictures and modelling, you can find me at naturally_beautiful. I've just launched my Naturally Creative page, which is about artists and talent and showing what spoken word and our creators in the UK have got to offer. And there's also my party page, but that was private.
All right. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me today, and thank you very much, Mr. Natural Wright.
Thanks for letting me talk to you. I hear the track coming in.
Okay, and remember, ladies and gentlemen, each and every Sunday I'm here, LACJ, on DeJaVuFM.com, and we are here from 8 until 10. Once again, thank you very much to
Thanks for
Natalie.
having me. I've had so much fun. Hopefully you'll have me back when I've got my silky smooth voice, rather than the gravel.
All right. Remember, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Catch you back here next week, Sunday. Peace.
See you later, folks. Take care of yourselves.